A good neighbor can make you love where you live even more. It really can. You could even be living in not that nice of a place, but you got great neighbors well, I can't ever move. This is the best neighborhood ever. But a bad neighbor can just ruin even the best living situation. And when you have a bad neighbor, it really stinks. In the 194 Morning Classes, Narc on Your Neighbor, you just kind of shout out your most story-worthy neighbor in, maybe they're frustrating, maybe they're awful, maybe getting fights with them, something just interesting but probably annoying about that neighbor.
My neighbor has been driving me nuts. I've actually kept a log because he is vacuuming.
Of course you have.
Late at night.
Oh, my God, you actually do. Why do you have this? What are you doing with this notepad?
On August 5th, 8:50 p.m., he started vacuuming. On August 9th, 7:56 p.m., he started vacuuming. Last night, August 11th, 9:32 p.m., he started vacuuming. He's vacuuming late. These are times when Brooks is asleep. And it is very frustrating. Why? So maybe the 7:56 one, not too late. But I'm just trying to keep a log of every time he vacuums because he vacuums so late at night. It drives me nuts. And Steven's...
It's not like it's 1 a.m. or something, though,
correct.
Right?
And so you sound like Steven, okay? Steven saw me doing this last night. He said, you really have a log? And I said, yes, I have a log because it's getting later and later. It's driving me nuts. He used to vacuum 6, 7 o'clock. And I still thought... it's our prime TV time, man. What are you doing?
So you would rather this guy just has filthy floors, you want no vacuum?
Why don't you vacuum noon, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock?
You do know not everybody has our hours.
No, that man is walking around upstairs all the time. I think he works from home. I don't know what he's doing. Vacuum on your lunch break. He's always home. So Steven said, well, quiet hours start at 10 p.m. I said, okay. But there's also something in our lease about having a peaceful living space. And it's not peaceful when this man is vacuuming as our child is asleep. And I'm trying to make sure he stays asleep and he doesn't wake up. Because you know what happens when he wakes up? Then I wake up. And then I'm up trying to get him to go back to sleep. And that's going to take about an hour. And then he's fussy. So then I'm fussy in the morning. He's fussy in the morning. And it is a snowball effect.
I haven't heard it personally. I think we might be going a little hard on the vacuum guy. Just like a little.
Trust me.
Like a little. How long does it take him to vacuum this apartment, out of curiosity? 5 minutes? 10 minutes?
10 minutes. But why don't we do that 10 minutes 2 hours ago?
Maybe he's doing stuff. I don't know. Why do you do the stuff you do when you do it?
I actually think I'm very mindful, and I try not to be loud. I know vacuuming, I'm going to do it in the afternoon.
If you had to guess.
Yes.
Do you think that he hears more noises emanating from your apartment?
No, he lives above me.
Or you hear more noises emanating from his apartment?
I hear more from his apartment. The man's dropping things all the time. He's so loud. I hear him stomping around. I'm not being crazy when I say he's so loud. Steven would agree with me on this one. That the man is
vacuumer.
He's loud all the time. But Steven says there's no point of me logging it. I haven't done anything with it, but if it gets to a point, at least I have the proof.
I mean, I don't think anyone. You could show that to whoever you want to. What are you proving? The guy has good cleanliness habits. That he vacuums at 7 p.m.
It was close to 8 p.m. What time there was 7:56 p.m.
That's not outside of vacuum hours, I don't think, man.
8:50 p.m.
9:32. It's a little late.
p.m.
But it's the 9 o'clock news.
He's not watching it. He's vacuuming.
Commercial break.
It's getting later. Do you see what I'm saying,
If he
though?
hits 10, I think that's odd. Past 10 is weird.
I haven't done anything with it. It's just for my own sake.
Mean, I would like you to. I want to just hear how that conversation goes.
I haven't done anything crazy recently.
Besides the log of when a man vacuums his apartment.
No one knew about the log until yesterday. Steven found out about the log, and now I've shared it with all of you.
Can I ask just, this is not really related to Narc on Your Neighbor, even this guy in general. In that notes app, how many notes are dedicated to evidence against different people? If you had to, a rough estimate would be fine. Like, are we talking like 3-4 people, a dozen? Like, what kind of evidence documents do we got there?
I have lots of notes.
Oh, God. Is there one titled 0?
Let's not go there.
Oh, God.
I'm just joking. No, a lot of them are like grocery lists.
Okay. But is there a few, like, I got to keep tabs on so-and-so?
Yeah.
More than 3?
Yeah.
More than 6?
Less than 6.
Wait, cool does, okay. 4 or 5?
4 or 5.
Okay.
I would say I don't think there's any about you, but there is someone in the building that I have a
No, I know that one. Yeah, I know
going
that one.
on about.
Yeah. That one I'm actually aware of.
That one I actually have something saved in my email folder, so whenever I get rude,
Boom.
snarky emails,
Just hang on to
I
them.
just move it over to that folder, and
That
I
makes
just keep my evidence piling up.
It makes more sense to me than the vacuuming.
This is annoying me in my home, where it's going to wake my child up.
Yeah. I mean, at some point, you just got to kind of accept the fact that other
Someone
people live
suggested
there.
I buy him a robot vacuum, and then he could program it to vacuum during the day.
Buy him a Roomba. There you go.
I'm not
gift.
buying that man anything.
Narc on your neighbor. You got an annoying neighbor?
MJ.
We got a first name. You live next to Michael Jackson.
Oh gosh, if it was Michael Jackson incarnated, maybe. Okay, so you know how certain places where you live. At one time, I was living in a condo, and they have where each resident has one designated parking space that is your reserved parking space. And the neighbor above me kept parking in my parking space so that his girlfriend could park in his parking space.
No.
Yeah. And so, at first I didn't realize it was him. So the first time, it happened, I just put a note on the windshield, politely stating that this was my parking space, please do not park here again. And then it kept happening, and then eventually, I don't know how good you are at your investigative skills.
Yeah, we're all right.
But I know how to run someone's license plate.
Oh, geez.
And so...
You're pretty good.
Yes, I am good. And so I figured out, that it was his vehicle, and I was just like, oh, no. So I confronted him because I'm just like, I need my parking space. Because you know how it is? It's like if you don't have those parking spaces near where you live, then you got to park all the way down around the corner to the first available visitor's parking space. And so, he was real cool, like, oh, I'm so sorry. I won't do it again, my bad, whatever. And it didn't stop.
He still did it?
He still did it. And then, you know what? One day, I was just having one of those days where I just had it. And the fact that I had to walk so far to get to my condo made me so upset that I had his car towed.
Good.
Had it coming, sounds like.
Yes.
All right, there we go. I feel like he could call for Narc on the neighbor and say the person that ran my license plate and had my car towed. But thanks so much. We see some Narc on your neighbors.
He was parking in her reserved spot.
I mean, it seems like there's somebody you could just call, too. Like
Probably whoever owns your building, and they should tow it.
Apartment manager, could you talk to this person that keeps parking in my spot, please?
Someone said my neighbor kids keep ringing my doorbell and running away. They're old enough to know better. Last time I opened the door holding a laundry basket, and I yelled, "I'm not playing," and I heard them laughing as they were running down the block.
And Narc on your neighbor, how are they kind of frustrating, story-worthy in some way?
Okay, so I've got a good one. So I had this neighbor who would walk over every time we grilled. Like she would just casually appear and, just say something like, "Smells good," and then just kind of stand there just until we offered her a plate.
That's so awkward.
No.
This was every single time. Like, it was not a coincidence. This was her plan.
But it obviously was working because that's how you were getting rid of her.
She's
Give her a
getting free
cheeseburger.
food. Wait, no. Did she take the food home or would she eat with you?
She would just stand there, like, because we had this small little patio table with 2 chairs, and she would just stand there and eat and chat to us, and it's like, you can go now. I didn't know what to say, so it was we just eventually stopped grilling.
That's so sad that you're like, we can never grill again.
We can't go outside.
Yeah.
Narc on your neighbor, 237. That's what we're seeing for Narc on your neighbor.
Someone said every night at approximately 10:47, my neighbor starts moving furniture. I don't know what they're doing up there, but every night I hear them dragging, thumping. It sounds like someone's dropping a bowling ball. How much furniture do you have? Sounds like my neighbor.
Might just be some sweet, tender love making all over the apartment, maybe.
Someone else said, there's a guy on my street who washes his car every single day, and it's not like a quick rinse with a hose. It's full production. Hose, bucket, towels, vacuum, every day. 1, I want to know how much his water bill is, and 2, what kind of free time does this guy have?
Narc on your neighbor. In what way are they going to story-worthy, frustrating, drive you a little bananas?
The Y94 Morning Playhouse.
Y94.
Someone said, I was working harvest for a farmer working noon to 3 a.m. And while I was at work, my neighbor had a guest back into my camper. I didn't have much time to talk to them till after harvest. By the time I talked to them, they said it's been so long that insurance probably wouldn't cover it and nothing ever came of it.
Oh, but that is interesting.
Is that just their way to weasel out of it?
Sounds that way. Oh, yeah, it's probably too late now. Thanks. Well, sorry about that.
Someone said, we had a neighbor who would borrow everything, sugar, eggs, tools, jumper cables. One day he knocked on the door and asked if he could borrow my husband, and I laughed, but he was serious. He needed help moving something heavy. And someone else said, every time it's a nice, cool evening, I want to open our windows to cool the house down and allow some fresh air in. My neighbor has a bonfire. Most week, it's 2 to 3 times a week. I still haven't been able to have the windows open with that bonfire smell in the air. It's so annoying.
Narc on your neighbor.
Yes. I had this one neighbor for a really long time who actually treated the neighborhood Facebook page. I think she just basically lived on that page. Basically like it was the FBI, right?
Sure.
So, yeah, sorry, but get a life, big time. But, if someone was like, oh, it could be anything. Like somebody parked on the street for more than an hour. I think she had her binoculars out probably, and she'd be posting all these like grainy looking, you couldn't see anything, but like security looking camera photos, like screenshots and things. And, asking, like imploring the neighborhood, like, do you know who this person is in this vehicle? And it was just anxiety inducing. I had to mute her for sure. I think I did that on Facebook.
I think there's one of those in every neighborhood, sort of the self-appointed neighborhood patrol. Like I'm the one
watch.
That I'm going to see everything. I'm going to report everything. I'm going to gossip about everything. You better not do anything I perceive is not okay.
But it is interesting to read, right?
Sure,
What's
it
going
can
on?
be. I feel like every one of those Facebook groups that's like a local group has that one person that thinks that they're just like the savior.
Someone said, I have a neighbor who parks directly in front of my house every single day. They have a 2-car garage and a driveway, and I asked them if they could leave the spot open because my parents were visiting. They just continued to park there.
Are you on any of the Facebook groups that's like the Fargo Moorhead, like police scanners and like people just talk about
No, but I'm in
on
like
there?
the Fargo Moorhead community pages.
Every single one of those I get added to. It's like you identify. Like I don't really interact with them, but like there's always the same person or two that like clearly takes it very seriously.
They know what's happening.
Like there's one. I don't even remember what group it is. There's some guy named Scott in there that I think all he does is listen to the like police
Scanner?
radio all day, and it's like every 2 minutes he's posting something, and I'm like, I don't know Scott, but I enjoy him because he is, whether he's trying to be or not, the best reporter in town. He should work for the news because he's constantly reporting things. I'm just like, wow, thanks, Scott. I don't know you.
Someone said my neighbor has a basketball hoop right next to our property line every afternoon. Thump, thump, thump. And then their balls rolling in my yard. And another person said, I don't live next to her anymore, but I'll never forget my old neighbor. She would stand in her driveway every morning with binoculars. And I thought she was bird watching. No, she was just watching all of us.
Creepy.
So weird.
Hey, quick sidebar. If anybody's like, I know Scott, I know exactly what you're talking about, I want to have a conversation with Scott on this show.
What are you going to talk to him about?
I want us to talk about, like, how did you get in that group? Why do you listen
What do you mean?
to that all
Anyone
day?
can join it.
But, like, what got you so invested in it? Like, I'm in a lot of Facebook groups. I don't participate in any. Unless it says Y94 something or other, I'm not participating in it. I want to know, like, why he does that all day. There's got to be there's a story with Scott, and I want to know what it is.
He probably just has a scanner. What do you mean?
Okay, I can go buy one, too, but I'm not going to post about it all day.
Why? He's interested. He's sharing what's happening.
I know. I want to talk to. Why are you so opposed to talking to Scott? I'd talk to one of your friends.
You're friends with Scott
Sure,
now?
yeah. We're
But
connected
you
on
don't
Facebook.
know. Listen, you say that you know this guy, so why don't you just send him a message
Yeah.
and ask if you want to?
You know
if
what?
he wants
I
to
am.
talk to you.
We're gonna get Scott on. Why you don't seem excited about
Listen.
Scott?
I just found what group you're talking about. You want me to read you Scott's latest post?
Yes, I sure do.
The birds are flying south for the winter, FYI.
I love Scott so hard.
FYI.
Maybe he's a real catch. Zero Amy and Scott.
Send him a message.
Maybe. Narc on your neighbor.
I actually lived next door to this couple of actors in Los Angeles. And so every time they had an audition, they would they were so into it. And there were all these kinds of different violence, dialogue, whatever. And I would freak out. And so the first time I knocked on the door, asking, are you okay? And then they apologized and they told me, so sorry, we'll text you to give you a heads up when we have a crazy audition. And so most of the times they texted me, but then they forgot. And so I would freak out and be like, wait, is this still acting or are they actually getting attacked?
Stop. So they'd be having arguments or screaming or something. And you're like, are you hurt or is this for a job?
Exactly. So be like, help, please help. And I was like, that sounds so convincing. They're either really good actors or they're getting attacked this time.
I suppose it's a regional thing, right? Like in, Fargo, North Dakota, you hear that and somebody's like, oh, we're acting. You're like, I still feel like I need to call somebody. But if you're living in L.A. literally at the time, I guess that makes some sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, you couldn't get away with that everywhere. Fascinating.
Having an actor? I think you could if you just said, I'm an actor.
Okay, so if this guy upstairs that's driving you crazy with his vacuum was like, oh, I'm an actor. I'm practicing a scene where I'm vacuuming my living room in a new play.
Listen, if he was trying out for a play and he came, that person texted them and said, hey, just to let you know, I'm doing this. If he had courtesy and would do that, thank you for letting me know.
Be a nice little message.
Also, at some point, he would have his scene, and so the vacuuming would end.
End scene.
Someone said, I had an old neighbor who would shovel the sidewalks at 4 a.m. I know this because the scraping woke me up every single morning. Snowstorm, 4 a.m. 2 inches, 4 a.m. A light dusting, buddy was out there. That is frustrating, but at the same time, the plows go by. Don't those wake you up too?
True, yeah.
Because I hear the scraping on those.
It's sometimes there's just little noises that happen that are just part of life, and sometimes you just got to let it go.